What if our listener is feeling some type of anxiety? They're like, okay, I'm hearing what Aleasha's saying. I should talk about what I do on my podcast. I shouldn't be afraid of it. I should make it a fit. But what if we're just like trying not to get on that call because we just don't know how it's going to go? You know, that anxiety that we sometimes get?
Yeah, absolutely. You're like, how am I going to navigate this call? Like, you know, a lot of people feel like they need to convince somebody. And so it really helps the coming from the frame of fitting helps a lot with that anxiety, because then it just becomes a fact that you move forward together if it's a fit. So like, is your expectation that you're going to have a top 1% podcast in 30 days? Because that's not us. Like, we're not going to be able to do that. So, and being really honest when that's the case. Like, I'm sure some of the questions that you need to ask are, is there somebody who will be the spokesperson? Did they feel comfortable doing that? Because you need that for it to work. And if you don't have that, I'm sorry, we can't work with you. So it helps the prospect also feel better to know who is not a fit as much as who is a fit.
Yeah.
And you can really just sort of check things off from a criteria standpoint. And yes, you have to explain what you do for them in a somewhat concise way, ideally in a story format, like you start here and you end there. People will retain that much better than saying like, we do your editing, we do your audio, we do your equipment setup. Like, people don't know what that means, right? Like, how does that apply to me? And what does that look like? So you would say something more along the line. First of all, is this helpful what I'm doing?
Keep going.
Okay. So, you would tell someone, well, the first thing that we'll do is get you a high quality setup so that you sound and look amazing. And people will have like an intimate experience when they are listening to you. That's one of the benefits of a podcast, is that it feels very personal, like the person is talking to you. So it's important to have the right equipment for that. And then what
do you mean the right equipment? That on your podcast, you're talking to somebody? What are the different kinds of equipment that would make you talk to lots of people or one person, for example?
Are you trying to be a prospect asking me a question?
No, wait, hold up. I thought you were saying what we should do on the podcast. Like how we should do the podcasting.
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Call.
Okay. Yeah. This is literally a sales call. All right, keep going. I won't interrupt you again with nonsense.
Well, I was giving the example of like, at first you identify the fit, right? This is who's not a fit. Is that you?
Yeah.
And this is who is a fit. Okay, cool. And then you do need to explain what you do. And the way you explain what you do should be told in like a linear format. Like, this is where you start and this is where you end. Instead of, a lot of times people are focusing on the deliverables. So you get, 4 hours of audio edited for you, and you get audio troubleshooting or whatever. Sorry, I don't know all the terms. But you
don't have to always talk about podcasting for the examples, but it's easy for me because I help podcasters. But I'm hearing one thing that I think we should bring out. You're saying it in a way that in a different way than I've already heard. And so I want to pop that out. Some people say focus on the benefits, not the features. It's features over benefits. And you're saying focus on, the linear. This is where you start. This is where you finish, instead of it's 4 hours of this and 2 hours of this and one of these and 6 months of that, because a lot of people on the other side might not understand, well, what is 4 hours going to get me? They're like, you're going through all of these deliverables, and I'm not sure what is going to be the end result. So you're basically saying, like, on a sales call and even on our podcast, we should help that person see, this is where I am and this is where I'm going to go. These are your benefits, and not just here's all the little things that we do.
Yes, it's the transformation, because people learn and retain the most in a storytelling format. So, if you think about memorizing facts, you're not going to memorize them as well. But if they were told to in a story, you would retain that much better. So it's taking them through the story of working with you, basically. So this is what we do in the beginning, and this is how long it takes. It's 30 days to get your whole and we don't have to do the podcasting. Like let's say it's a social media agency. So we're going to do an audit to identify what's working and what's not working, so we can keep the things that work and get rid of the things that don't work and not reinvent the wheel. So you'll get results faster. So you heard how I connected it to that result too.